We've been switching the last game. I think I said at the end.
Left to right, we've got Derek Kellogg, Raphael Putney, Sampson Carter, and Chaz Williams. Coach, you can make a statement, and we'll go to questions.
That was fun. It was a good college basketball game. I think our team we played well, and they showed that we're a little more mature than we've been in years past. When teams make a run at us, we kind of kept at it and kept fighting. And it was actually a good basketball game, 92-90. I think that's what the fans like to see. I believe our guys like to play that way. And all in all, I thought the game could have went either way. We were fortunate to come away with a victory, and really a good victory for UMass basketball and the fans and all the people who have stuck with us for a long time. So we're excited, but we got a tough game coming in on Sunday against Youngstown State. They'll probably be 4-0. They're really underrated on the national scene, and we're going to have our hands full. So we're going to take a little time off, enjoy the victory today, and then from that point on, we're moving on to the next game. So that's what an older, more mature team will do, I believe.
For anybody, did it feel, for most of that game, did it feel like sometimes you've seen a game that it'll get particularly intense at the end of the game? It seemed like almost the entire second half of the game kind of had that feeling. Did it feel that way to you guys? That they're pretty tightly played all the way through?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, coming into this game, we respected them. We know they was a top 25 team, and it was just kind of thing where we had to minimize our mistakes because we knew there was a good team. They can capitalize off everyone.
Derek, when you looked at the open schedule, you had these two games in less than 48 hours, or whatever it was, both under strange circumstances. The Garden on Sunday, you're 11 o'clock in the morning. Is this, aside from the 2 wins, is this about as good as it could have come out?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes, absolutely. I was a little apprehensive to figure out how it was going to play out when you try to go through your schedule and say, hey, this is a tough stretch. And I would say that this is about as good as I could have imagined coming out of this, as far as not only that we're 2-0, but I wanted to see what kind of team we had, that if we were past the look test in my mind. And I thought that we did in stretches, probably more so today, that we played more closer to a 40-minute game. So yes, you're absolutely correct. I was a little nervous of this stretch, and now that it's behind us, I feel very good about our team and feel good about the outcome of both games.
Raphael, after having the foul trouble AIC and then playing as much against BC, did you get a few frustrations out on the court a little bit today?
A little bit. A lot of people talk about my foul trouble over the couple of years I've been at UMass. But I try not to dwell on that. My teammates and my coaches, just tell me to keep my head and, just play solid defense. And I just came out with a vengeance today, to try to rebound the basketball a lot more, which I did. And just going out there, just playing my game, let it come to me, and just be patient and relax. So that's what I did today.
Chaz, did Puck give you guys a lift today? That not only just the scoring, but the other stuff that he did?
Yeah, definitely. He altered a lot of shots. And, to me, a game-changing play was his putback off the miss. And, that showed us a lot. Puck was with us the whole way. And he told us right then and there, like, let's go, I'm here to ride, and I'm going to do whatever it takes for us to win. So, we all looked at him and said, let's go. And, he did what he had to do.
Chaz, Coach said that it's the kind of game you guys like to play. Is it the kind of game that a player like you likes to play even more? When everybody's running around all over?
Yeah, without a doubt. It was very physical, very intense. First play of the game, it was trash talking between both teams. So, it was a real gritty game. And, we had to pull up our shirts and lace our sneakers and go out there and play. And I think we did a great job of that tonight.
You guys just talk about the importance of caddy through the first two games. I mean, obviously he's with SEC and he was playing with foul trouble, but came up big in the second half. What's that meant to you guys, having that inside presence?
That's caddy lane, being caddy lane. We practiced with him. How many days was it, Coach? 325, something like that. And all them days, that's just caddy being caddy. The world hasn't yet to see that, so us teammates make sure we tell them, like, go out there and dominate every game and make the world realize that you are potentially one of the best big men in the country. And, that's what he's trying to do. So, with all due respect, he did what he had to do tonight, and LSU play hard.
When he was on the bench for the end of the first half, was it a sense of, let's just kind of ride this out and we're going to get him back and we can start pounding it down low? For anyone.
Yeah. When I got on the bench with him, he kept talking about the foul trouble, but me, I'm in foul trouble a lot, so. But I just told him to keep his head, In the first half, we wasn't a full team. We had him and Maxie SO at the same time, you know, but they both came in the second half, and, you know, just telling you guys that you're one of the best big men in Atlantic 10, you know, keep telling them every day. So he just came out with a vengeance, like I said, and he just did what he had to do. The first 4 minutes of the second half, he was tremendous, you know, so we needed him to play and come back and battle with O'Brien, so that's what he did, and he had a good job of it.
Were you guys trying to get that third foul on O'Brien?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We kept trying to attack him, definitely.
I mean, it seemed like it made a pretty significant difference because he scored as much as he did.
Yeah.
But can you talk about what that meant to the game, especially in the second half, to have his minutes limited?
Johnny OBrien is a great player. You know, he's a great player. He did a great job tonight out there. And you know, with him not being on the floor, it helped us a lot. He takes up a lot of space. He creates a lot of offense for their team. And you know, that we took a lot of pressure off our big guys because he was out, and they didn't have to worry about banging so much. So, you know, he's a great player, and you know, we did a great job of getting him foul trouble early.
Derek, are you surprised at all the number of fouls that came out of this game?
No, not really. You know, I thought the refs did a pretty good job. They're trying to follow that new rule, and you know, early in the season especially, I think there'll be some more ticky-tack stuff than maybe later in the year. But I thought they did a pretty good job. You know, there was some stuff in the post that they wanted to clean up, and they were fair. Maybe they called a couple more than normal, but I thought it was a fair ref game. They kind of did it on both ends of the floor. So, how many were called?
54.
54. Maybe a few extra.
The freshman Martin, he got hurt early on. Did you keep peeking over down to that side to see if he was getting ready to come in?
No, I knew he was probably out. I mean, I think he's had a little lingering injury kind of going. And actually, I thought they were going to play their older guys anyway because of the style of game that was going to be. I thought Hickey, Stringer, and definitely O'Brien were going to be in most of the game. You saw even the kid 11 played more minutes than normal, and the kid Morgan came in. So, you know, listen, they don't want to have him hurt for the stretch on the SEC. They need him healthy, so they're taking it pretty cautious with him. Because I think when they get that team all together and start clicking later in the year, they got a chance to be something real special, like really, really good.
Sampson, the 4 free throws to kind of ice it at the end. Is that the situation that you want to be in at the end of the game?
Definitely. I think I'm a guy that does well under pressure. So anytime that's a situation, I feel like I can knock him down.
Sampson, you really seem to be really aggressive going to the basket from start to finish and drawing a lot of fouls. Is that the real plan or mindset going in? I mean, they have a big front line.
I mean, as y'all can see, I'm not really as athletic as this guy and Maxie Esho. So all my life, when I had to play against athletic guys, I had to, you know, do the groundwork, where it's throwing ball face, using my body. So, I mean, I knew what I had to do going into the game, and that's just the type of player I am. So,
is it also a product of feeling healthier?
Definitely a product. I mean, I dedicated the whole summer to my body, whether it was eating right and doing, you know, not missing a rep in the weight room, and, you know, just sacrificing a lot. So I feel tremendously strong out there, and my bounce is back. So I'm just focusing on going through their body every time and getting the end one.
You also were icing the game at the end when going to the line, which I guess goes hand in hand with being aggressively going to the hoop. So you've been working more. It's been a good part of your time here.
Yeah, definitely. Just with my style of play, I have to, you know, work on my free throws day in and day out. And I've always been a pretty decent free throw shooter. So.
Living in Baton Rouge, was there any extra juice in this one for you? And if there was, how did you use it?
I just came out with a lot of ambition and fire. You know, I came out, you know, and I kind of was a little too fired up at the beginning, so I had to kind of like settle myself down and settle in. But man, I can't even explain the feeling of just playing against them. I never thought I'd be able to even get the chance to play against them in my career here. So to play against them at home and get the win on ESPN, you know.
Chaz, you seem to have a nice little back and forth with the student section of the crowd. Is it nice to have those the supporters out there for an 11 a.m. game?
Man, oh man, what can I say about our fans? They came all the way to Boston. I thought we was home in Boston. They came down there with a bunch of people, and they're very supportive, very consistent, and you know they're always loud and cheering us on, and you know that vibe that we have back and forth. You know, it's just to let them know that we understand that you know what they're doing is for us, and we truly feel it. So, you know, I just want them to know like we here with y'all, and we respect everything y'all doing for us. So that's why we go out there and play the hard we do.
Derek, when you see Derek Gordon kind of flying into press row, kind of goes through your mind there.
What was that again?
When you see DG kind of flying into press row. And
I mean, it's nice that we're playing that way, you know, and to see both teams, our guys jump over and get them, and their guys jump over and get their guys. Like, that kind of exemplifies college athletics. It was really cool to see not only that, you know, the guys are playing really hard, but to see kind of the emotion everybody was playing with. And, you know, for me, one of the great things is to look down here and see 3 seniors kind of up here. You know, guys that, you know, over the test of time have kind of stayed true to the program and have improved and gotten better. It goes to show you when you stay, stay true to the course that good things can happen.
Coach, I want to go back to the fouls. How does a game like that impact how you go to the rotation, you know, at the end of the half?
I mean, I thought the only real rotation difference we had to make was getting Tyler in there, and I thought he was fantastic again tonight. He was banging and hitting people and rebounding. He did a great job. I actually wish I could have played him a little bit more in the second half, and then because of foul trouble, Sampson moved over on O'Brien some. And what I have to do, and I talked about this in the locker room with the guys, is we have to figure out a way to start getting Demetrius and Seth and Clyde a little bit of playing time, so I can feel comfortable with them in these high level games. They're still they're still freshmen or figuring it out. And if you remember, Trey and Tyler, it took them a little while last year to get acclimated to our style and how tough these games are. So, but I think that's the next step, is to try to get a couple more guys in the game, so when we are in foul trouble or we do need extra bodies or we want to press more, we have a little bit more juice, which we need.
And any of you three, when the game's called that tightly, do you alter your game at all? Maybe look to attack the rim more, try to get to the line? Sampson, I know you were there a ton tonight, so maybe that's you.
Honestly, I'm glad. I'm so glad that they have changed the rules, because throughout my career here, I've always been trying to, you know, get the body contact, and they'll just look at me and it look like I threw up some stuff. And now, just to know I'm getting the call, it's an amazing feeling. So I'm so glad they changed the rules.
It's good. Thank you. Thank you, guys.